guys. Welcome back to another episode of the Wiley Show. I'm just getting my notes together, child. This is like another episode. I believe this is got to be episode 4 of the show. We are live. Give me a second. We are live. All right. Back with another episode. What's up? So let's get right into it. This is episode 5. I'm sorry, episode 4. We got 2 more episodes. I'm assuming 2 more episodes of this show, and we definitely want to dive into it. So y'all come on in here. Hey, everybody. I see y'all in here. This is the live review. And they pretty much open up with Tiny cooking, talking with her daughter. Then it also got Tasha talking with Rocky in the studio. Then Coco was like working out. Taj and Coco said back in the day, they was doing a little flashback how they couldn't get along in the SWV group. And that Coco had, when Coco stopped talking, everybody in the group stopped talking to Taj. And they were talking about how they should co-headline the show with SWV and Escape. And then they also said with the work, they was talking about working together because they work with other groups. They work with TLC and Vogue, and they said the other groups had outsold them, and they was able to work together. Then it also transitioned into Lily apartment, and she is doing Sister Out Pussy, a sex book that she's doing. And then they also and then the manager show up, and she told the manager that she don't like to wash dishes, so she get like a paper cup. Then Many Faces, they just talking about how the name of the book is going to be Sister Hot Pussy. She came up with 10 chapters so far. That encouraged me to write a book. 10 chapters so far. And then she said had multiple streams of income, as you already know, that she got. Lily got as a member of SWV, and now she's trying to be an author and trying to sell a book called Sister Hot Pussy. She said, the industry will try to off you and delete you. If you turn 30, they want you gone. And they did an SWV and Escape flashback about who would headline. And Lily said this, like, put egos aside and they should co-headline. And I want to say this. It's nothing wrong with co-headlining the show. There's nothing wrong with it. But I understand if I had to pick one, I already told you that it would be Escape, because Escape put more butts in the seats because they're more relevant. But there's nothing wrong with co-headlining a show. There's nothing wrong with co-headlining a show. Then Tamika and Taj at a restaurant, and they talk about how they like the Spice Girls, and they said they have like different styles. And then they was talking about how Tamika and, Candy like booty shorts. And then they was talking about how Tamika, she was getting into her creative side up in a group, and how, she was saying that how her sister was mainly into, being on the creative side. And now we're talking about Sister Tasha. Okay. Now, then it gets to Taj's condo. They were setting up drinks, and the 7 women were meeting up for lunch, and they were talking about how Taj only had lunch meat. They were talking about SWV, and we're talking about who should headline the show, and they said they should co-headline. Tiny showed up first, and they had the little meat tray. Tasha showed up, then Candy showed up, so did Tamika. Latasha Face, so let's show it. When Steve showed up, he's the creative director of Escape, so he was given an idea of trying to be the creative director for SWV and Escape. And you should have just seen the conversation they did again about co-headline. And then Tasha was like, "I speak for the group. We just gonna go and co-headline." So then Tasha, they did like a flashback. Tasha Face was like, it went back to a flashback in 2017. When Tasha was there being a creative director. Then Tasha said that Tamika took away her sisterhood, and they said on the inside, Tasha is going at it, because Candy was like, I know Tasha is going at it. On the inside, she ain't showing an outward appearance, but on the inside, she going at it. Then Tamika brought up that they should do a 90s set. Then Tiny was saying this is corny and cute. Then also they were saying, Tamika said they should bring a horse on stage. And then Tamika They was, then Candy was like, it take months to a year to really get a show off the ground. And then also they get back into, you see Escape, they're up there performing, we're doing rehearsal, getting ready for a show. Candy sounded bad. And I'm not, they weren't rehearsing, they was just playing some songs, going over some songs really for the show, for SWV and Escape show. So Candy was trying to sing over a track of an SWV track. She sounded a hot mess, of course. Coco show up and she brought her son with her. She said her son can sing. He wants to be a singer full time. Y'all seen in a previous episode that he want to leave dental school and he want to be a singer full time. Then Tasha showed up and then showed up to the studio, and Candy, she was doing the show list, getting the show list together. She wanted everything to feel good. Candy said we should do this song, "Run to Your Arms," and Tasha said, "I don't know." Like Tasha was really having just a stank attitude. And then Candy was like, "Tasha is being an ass." Then Tasha said she got a lot going on. Coco said Coco was saying in her confession that she shouldn't be in front of this. This looked like a couple that's going back and forth, like the energy, the tension is tight. Then it goes to another scene with Tamika and Taj. They show up to meet up, and the venue looked like a church. They meet up with Steve, the creative director. He was going over the intro of the group, and then they wanted different ideas. The money went up to $206,000 over budget, and then Taj was like, "Well, maybe we can do a GoFundMe page to raise the money to do this show." Then it goes to Candy. They meet up at Blaze, and then Don Juan talked to Candy. They were talking about Coco bringing a positive energy and how Tasha couldn't be comfortable, be cooperative. And they said Tasha talk about doing the gospel, and they said Tasha's treating Escape like shit. This was Candy words. And then Tasha and then they were saying that how Tiny and Kenny, this is all Juan was saying that they bring the money and all of this, and Juan was giving his input. And I'm like, Juan, you're not a group member, so you don't understand the pressure and understanding what Tasha is going through. So I didn't like how Candy was being messy, bringing in one of her employees. Of course, the employee is going to always kick the butt when it comes to stuff like that. I'm not understanding that at all. So then it gets to Coco, Jalen, how they went shopping. Because Ty said he don't want to go to school. Coco wants him to go to school. Jalen wants to drop out. And they was letting him know, like, hey, Megan Thee Stallion did it, so why can you do it? He said he not Megan Thee Stallion. He said I wasn't happy. I was in therapy. Coco explained that her son Jalen is dealing with depression, and that and it's so good when they was bringing it up because I know how I felt, going through my depression and everything. I didn't have the money to go through therapy, but I was fortunate enough to go through some type of counseling for those couple of sessions, and it helped me to become a better man, to become a better person, being medicated and being diagnosed with bipolar. I really was able to get the help that I needed. So it's a good thing to see that the son, is coming out, Jalen, talking about his depression and being in therapy. So that really helped me. And I really was like, oh my gosh. And then I had the pleasure of listening to his music on YouTube, and he really can sing. So I do want to apologize to the previous episodes. I said the man couldn't sing, he's trash. But I don't necessarily see him being a successful singer. Not that he can't sing, it's just his design, him wearing nails and makeup and lipstick. I don't necessarily see that working. That's like a turn off for me. But I love his voice. I think he's a great singer. Put a little bit more work to be more polished and really give a look in the industry. And let's be clear, a lot of people are not making money in the industry. Chloe Bailey even said that a lot of these people are not making money. You make most of your money doing shows and acting and merchandise, really. But just selling music alone, you cannot make a coin just not selling music alone unless you just a mega Adele superstar, or Drake, or Beyonce. But just coming out, you're really not making money, and they're not really giving you your masters. So anyway, so he said he left school. He wants to create music. And then I believe one of the members of the SWV group talking about how they had to work at a coffee company when the group failed. and one of the members was telling Jalen that they didn't have a plan B, and that you should think about before you sit on the counter. And he said, "Yes, I already sent it on the counter." Okay, all right. All right, so that's just how that goes. Okay, so then it gets to escape. It gets to escape rehearsal. They was saying do your thing. I'm like, okay, I heard that on Bernie Mac when they said you need to do your thing. I didn't know they saying that. And then Kenny was like, "Where's Tasha?" They have a spot day in Orlando, and people are saying, "I don't know, Tasha. She's not responding." Then it goes to Tasha's house. She talking about her husband Rocky. They're talking about they was toasting having glasses on the table, and she was very excited because Tasha is finally signing her deal with Motown. And Rocky is her husband slash manager. And then she said, Tasha would say, "I'm so happy I'm signing my contract." She said R&B is my bread and butter, but Tasha want to get back to her roots, which is gospel. And then also she will be owning her masters. She will be owning her masters. And she said Escape did not own their masters. And she said, you know, she's so excited. And then Candy was back singing, and Tamika was singing. And then Tasha not coming. They talked to Shane, the road manager, and she said she's not coming, and she's not coming to sound check. And Candy said, "We need to make rules." Tiny asked, "And what rules do we need to implement?" And then Candy was like, "Listen, she treating us like Diana Ross and Supreme." She said, "Fuck that. She's treating us like Gladys Knight and the Pimps." And then Tasha said, "Usually I step in, but in this is business." And she said that Tasha is wrong. Okay. That is what is going on with that. So then it went to running. She said, Tasha was saying, "I'm running to my solo project," and the husband was like, "Just call me a husbander." And he also said that should be what I should be called. And then she signed her name. She didn't really read the contract. And I understand that maybe she read it before she actually did the show. And then escape rehearsal, and then Tiny can sing as well. So these are the type of thoughts that when I was listening to all of the type of situation. And when I listened to the show, I was immediately just having a good time. Escape, SWV, the show was off the chain. I love the show. I was watching it with my people, and I said, this show should be picked up for another season. And I'm working on my website so I can kind of write down my thoughts and release it on my blog. And so that's going to be exciting. And so when I was watching the show, I was like, "Oh my God, this is going to the blog." But my blog is not ready. It's baking, but it's not ready for public consumption. But we already bought the domain. And so we're just super excited. But the show is really good. My mom is watching the show right now. I was going to go live inside the house and talk to my mom. She watching the show. She was just doing a little mini concert of Escape and SWV, and I asked her who should headline. She said they both should headline. They need to get Eagles out the way, do it for the fans. And I agree with my mom, but if I had to pick one, it would be Escape. So I love it. I really love it. And it's also, I want to tell people, when you do it says if you used to have a show and it was okay. So who do y'all think? Did y'all enjoy the show? It was really good. And when I tuned into the show today, I had my notes and I was watching. I said, this is the first show in a long time that I'm really reviewing. I was reviewing Grown and Gospel, but obviously the audience for Grown and Gospel, y'all don't watch the show, but I'm gonna still review the show because it's a good show. So I'm gonna do my other episode of Grown and Gospel. I got my notes. I'm gonna do it when I get back in Texas. They say I like the show, but I hate how all of them clarify things immediately after. It defeats the purpose of having a reunion when they do that. I think they do that because it drives the ratings. The networks encourage it. The YouTubers, we have been covering shows and we've been getting a lot of clicks and views and money off of it. So a lot of times the network encouraged their stars to go and review the shows outside of the platform because it brings more ratings. Let's be clear. When you go to Bravo and you type in SWV or Queens of R&B and you just type in the clips, it gets a lot of attention. Let's be clear. The first episode when he got 490 some thousand live viewers, but the viewers combined with YouTubers is in the millions because everybody with a channel is covering this with a podcast as well as, Candy is covering it as well. It's so many people are covering this show all over the social media street. So when people are covering the show, that is just proof to you that this show is good because everybody is just talking about it. Everybody is talking about it all over social media. Everybody is covering this show. Okay. Everybody is covering the show, and I'm loving it all over town. And I'm loving the fact that we're able to give our notes and give our, opinion about what we think about the show. They say Elijah tried to throw her boots away. I'm just looking at it. So we're gonna be covering Grown in Gospel next week. So we got Grown in Gospel. I got about 30 minutes left for Grown in Gospel, and I have my full review up, and I'm gonna do a live review of that. So I love it. And also I love my haters. I love my haters that come in. So yeah, they used to not send out notifications. I'm so sorry. Well, you gotta be on it. I've been making announcements. Okay. They said, what's wrong with your mouth, Wiley? You have a new weird lips. Ain't nothing wrong with my mouth. My mouth was good, honey. Let me see. Maybe your looks are exact reason or you are broke YouTuber. Oh, another hater. They said weak. They said candy. They said the views. Oh wow. They said Tasha is the David Ruffin of the group. Oh, I'm not gonna say that. They said I feel like Escape is popular in the hood, but SWV has a more international recognition. Yeah, I agree. They did get a big show in South Africa, but co-headliner would be a compromise. But I believe SWV deserve to. SWV should definitely headline deserve, but I don't think SWV bring the butts in the seats. I believe Escape, especially here in America. Somebody asks, why are people so mean? I just think that people always have an opinion about the Wiley Show. Every time Wiley go live, everybody have an opinion about our show. I mean, I just do my show. I deliver the content. They don't go on any other shows, but these be YouTubers disguised as subscribers. And they come in, they throw shade, they talk about our low views and our lips and our mouth and everything. They just criticize everything. I don't care because every time they say it, I immediately come back. And mind you, they only come every once in a while to criticize. But let them, and I tell my moderators don't block them because they do good with interaction. They do good in engagement. They don't never come on camera. They never hit the link. They never call in. They just call in and criticize. There's only a couple of them that does it, but it's going to be more. So I love it, man. Do what you got to do. I was not built to break. I do me. I was not built to break. I'm gonna still do me when it comes to time to do the show. I'm gonna still do me. Now I'm gonna drop the link in here. I don't know why people be calling in, and child, we is not doing no call-ins. I need everybody to type in the chat, no call-ins, only the link. So let me drop the link in here because we are not doing any call-ins. Okay, we're not doing any call-ins. Just hit the link if you got something to say. We are not doing any call-ins. All right. So we're not doing any call-ins. Just hit the link. But today we have been releasing a lot of videos, and then we got tomorrow. I'm sorry. We'll be back in Dallas on Wednesday. Everything just so great. And then I will be right back. And I believe I'll be back because the election is April the 4th. Or is it April the 5th? I got to see when is the election. No call in. Please hit the link. The sad people take time out just to be hateful for no reason, just miserable. I know. Okay, so I hear you, man. That's how people is. I know Anonymous ain't calling anybody else mean. That's how people is. They come on the Wiley Show. They do it. That comes because they think they can bully Wiley or make me afraid, make me run away. But we are so successful. We're almost at 31,000 subscribers. We're growing, have an awesome international fan base, and people love us and support us. And is we broke? Yes, and that's why we ask for donations. We're not rich, so we always need a coin in a bag, and we're putting in that great work. Super excited. We're doing other things. We're stepping into the lane of blogging. And I'm super excited for that. We already have the domain. Members will get the first look into the website before we announce it to the general public. And then we work on other projects as well. I'm just excited, man. I'm just really, really excited for my entire show. I'm just excited for everything. I'm just everything about what I'm doing. I'm excited. I could just cry right now of all the ideas and the visions that we have and the money we're putting out there because we spent so much just on a photo shoot. Then we're doing another photo shoot just with our merchandise as well. So I'm excited, really, really excited. I never start drama. You started with me. Yes. Oh, yeah. Then you get people that go back and forth in the chat. I was just excited. We got new designs of shirts coming and we posted new shirts on Teespring. So I love it. And then we got a designer that we met here in Texas that are making some shirts for us as well. And I'm loving it. I just love it. Like we get like a whole designs of shirts that are coming. And so make sure y'all support because we're putting the money into the business and we're putting the money into the business and putting it in and just great for the show. But we thank y'all so very much for tuning in to this recap. Make sure y'all catch the replay. And for those that are missing the show, man, I don't know what to tell you. You got to follow me everywhere. I'm on Instagram. Follow me at Wiley Show. Follow me on Twitter, all over social media. Love y'all, love y'all. We'll be right back because we'll be covering Candy. Speak on it. We'll be covering that. So we will see y'all in the next episode. Love y'all, love y'all, love y'all. Let me see. I never signed him. So yes, we need Las Vegas 2023 shirts. And yes, and everybody in Las Vegas, we definitely getting some special shirts for Las Vegas. I'm gonna write that in my notes. And either y'all can wear, in my humble opinion, or we get some special designs for Vegas 2023 shirts. Definitely can do that as well. So we can definitely just remind me, Blue Skies. I'll send it over to my designer so he can work on it. But make sure y'all go and get the shirts that we have on there. Most of y'all say, "Oh, I want that in a t-shirt," but I'm gonna be wearing most of all of my merchandise. I'm gonna be wearing on my show. So I bought like over $100 worth of items, and the thing about it is, for a person like myself that can't pay $100, you can definitely get it in increments. Okay, so we're gonna open up the StreamYard. If anybody want to come on before we get up out of here, we open up the StreamYard. All right. Hey, Peaches, how you doing?
Hey Wiley, how you doing?
Doing good.
I just wanted to just first off say you did a really good thorough review. You were on point. You hit all points. Very good. Um, and I just wanted to just ask you real quick, did you see or did you really notice how Tasha's husband was so excited when she was signing the contract? Did you peep that?
Absolutely, yeah, because he get a percentage of that because he's a manager.
Right. He was like really excited.
Yeah,
Really excited. So I was like, wow. I
because
wonder if Wiley peeped it.
yeah, he's definitely her manager. So,
Yeah. It's
obviously
expected.
yeah, he got some his hands in there as well. He got his hands in there as well. So we definitely going to see how this is going to play out in the future with her business with this gospel album. I will be buying it because every time I'm going on iTunes, I pre-ordered it already. And if it's a physical copy, I'm getting a physical copy because I support her music and she own her masters. But I just don't like that she's pooping on her group Escape though.
Yeah, I was gonna mention to you. Well, in response to that, I do want to say the girl can sing. She can sing. I don't take nothing from her. She can really sing, Latasha. But I wanted to just ask you, why do you think she's so upset with them?
I think that she's upset, and I believe in Candy Theory. She want to be a solo act. She don't want to be. She want to be a solo act, and so what she does to help her sleep well at night, she creates problems in the group, so that'll help her. Like, oh, see, I got to do the solo price. A lot going on in the group, but most of the things that are going on is her issues with her sister and her issues with Candy, and this has been going on for years because she's still holding on to that grudge that Candy stopped her from releasing a solo project.
Mm, I feel you. I understand, but I just feel like you can have your solo career if you want to, but you don't have to dish your group like that. I mean, really,
No,
her
you
group
don't.
is her, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's who put her on the map. We would not know of her without her being in Escape. You know what I'm saying? Not knocking her talent, her solo talent, but I just, like, that's just, they started from the bottom altogether. And like, to diss them the way she's dissing them is just, it's not cool. But I'm gonna be watching. You put me on because I ain't know nothing about it. And your review is on point. So thank you so much for your review
I'm glad.
and all
I'm
that you
glad you.
do.
I'm glad you watch. You know, you onto it because it's a good show. And like I said, another good show. If you into the gospel world or gospel messiness, not even grown in gospel, it's underrated, but it's good.
Yeah, I haven't checked that out yet. But I ain't
It,
gonna lie, most of the things that you put the producers onto, I do check out. Like right now, I'm just loving chasing reality. Chasing
yes, yes.
reality is everything.
I got to do. I think 2 reviews on that. So yeah, I got to get caught up on that. It's because it's so much. It's a lot. You
It's a
know.
lot going on. Yeah, yeah. But just one day at a time. We here for you. We gonna be here listening, chatting in the chat, and engaging. So keep it up, Wally. You're doing a really good job, and thank you so much.
Yes.
Take it easy.
Thank you. Bye bye. All right. Okay. All right. How y'all doing? So we about to watch Candy. We're about to watch that. Speak on it. And then we are about to do a review on that as well. So we're on it, man. We're on it. So give me a second. We've been putting a lot of episodes out there. And if you miss it, um, catch the replay, man. I can't be focused on you not getting notifications because you have to turn it on and turn it off, turn it on and turn it off to make sure you get it. Because I get my notifications for some reason. I don't know why people are not getting theirs. Because every time I put a notification out that I watch people, I get it. So I'm always on YouTube. So I get it. So if you're not getting your notifications, click the notification bell, click the notification bell. If you have it clicked and you still haven't received it, click it off and then click it back on so it can get a refresh. But you must be active on YouTube because if you're active on YouTube, then that's when it sends that notification out to people. You must be active on YouTube. You got to be active on YouTube. You have to. Because if you're not watching me, definitely going to have the, issues and problems. Okay? But you have to be active. If you know what I'm saying, click that like button. That's why we put the episode out there. We put it on yeah, you have to have it. And so that's just a YouTube problem. But we got to keep it moving because a majority of the people get their notifications. And if you missed the show, you can just catch the replay. Okay. If you missed the show, you could just catch what? The replay. All right. Thank y'all so very much. I will talk to y'all soon. Bye.